All right, let's talk about the reason why you're here. Let's talk about your first semester schedule for the ABUS and Business Exploratory. So your first semester schedule, what you want to do is determine how many classes or credit hours you want to take. So 12 credit hours or above equals a full-time student. Now remember, in the previous video that we covered, that 12 credit hours is typically the workload of a full-time job. So about 40 hours a week for a full-time student is the expectation that you would put into your college coursework. 11 hours or below is considered a part-time student. So consider your work schedule, extracurricular activities, if you've got commitments with family members, church, organizations, or anything like that outside of class, consider those commitments as you build your schedule. Also determine if you like to sleep or not as well. So your first semester course load. So typically for a full-time student in business, your first semester, you'll have an FYE class, you'll have an English class, a math class, CIS 105, GBS 151, and a humanities class. So the one thing about business, and especially with business transfer, is it's very prescriptive. So you don't have a lot of choice with classes. So we will tell you what classes, and then within some of the parameters, you do have a little bit of choice, but business your first 2 years is going to be very prescriptive in the courses that you'll take. So the FYE class is the first year experience. So it's required by all new students in all majors at Scottsdale Community College. So the FYE 101 is a 1-credit course. The FYE 103 is a 3-credit course. The difference between these two courses is that FYE 103 is going to do a little bit more with career exploration, a little bit more in-depth with tutoring information, a little bit more in-depth with time management and things like that. So if you think you need the study skills, or you're kind of concerned about your transition to college from high school, the FYE 103 may be the way to go. The FYE 101, again, if you've got a pretty good idea what you want to do, the FYE 101 1-credit hour meets the requirement. Either one of these courses meets your FYE requirement for all majors at Scottsdale Community College. Your English is going to depend on placement scores or high school GPA. So you'll start with either WAC 101 or English 101. Now, if you've got your English 101 completed, either through AP or dual enrollment, then you would register for English 102. If you have both English 101 and 102 done with either dual enrollment or AP, then you would want to take Accounting 111, which would be financial accounting. Math also depends on placement scores or high school GPA. It also depends on your math comfort level and also previous math experience that you've got. Most Scottsdale Community College students will start with Math 114 or 151. Math 114 is a pre-college algebra course. Math 151 is college algebra. The key is to start where you will be successful. With math and English both, it's not about where you start. It's about where you end up. CIS 105 is a computer information systems course. It's required by the ABUS, both business transfer degrees. It's also required by AAS business degrees as well. So that's going to be a computer information systems course, a lot of business applications, and heavy on Excel spreadsheets. The GBS 151 is an introduction to business course. It meets a business major elective for the ABUS. It's also highly recommended for ABUS students, and it's also required for AAS business degrees. Now your humanities class, will want to look at with the humanities and also combine that with the historical or global awareness. So I'll tell you what we mean by that. So first of all, you're looking for any humanities course. So a humanities course does not have to have an HUM prefix. A humanities class could be art history, it could be music history, it could be religion, it could be English literature, dance history, or anthropology. So again, there's a lot of different options for the humanities course. Now, for business students with your humanities course, we want it to double up to like share requirements. So you want your humanities course to also meet either a historical awareness or a global awareness requirement. So sharing that requirement is crucial in the ABUS to meet all your business university transfer requirements efficiently. So once again, your first semester courses options would be the FYE course, WAC 101, or English 101, or English 102, or Accounting 111, depending on what English you've got done or your placement scores. Also then math, either 114 or math 151 or math 212. CIS 105, GBS 151, and then any humanities class that also meets a historical or global awareness. So this schedule works for all AAS degrees. Every course in there meets a requirement for an AAS business degree. So if you're undecided on university transfers student, if you're business exploratory, you just think business is a good idea, this is the course schedule to start your first semester at Scottsdale Community College. So now let's talk a little bit about 8-week courses and online. So traditionally, students would take those courses in a 16-week full semester period. That's totally fine to do. A lot of our students do that. If you decide to take 8-week classes and also mix with online, realize you need to balance your schedule between those 8-week courses and or 16-week courses. An 8-week course is going to have the same amount of work as a 16-week course in half the time. So don't think the instructor is going to water down the course or only going to teach you just what they think is important in that 8-week time. You're going to have the same amount of work as a full semester class. So if you do 8-week classes, you'll want to do either 2 classes in an 8-week session, possibly 3, even though 3 is a pretty heavy workload. And again, that's going to be a full-time course workload if you do 2 courses in the first 8 weeks, 2 courses in the second 8 weeks. Another note online, when it says on your own time, it's not really at your own pace. So on your own time, you'll still have assignments, you'll still have tests, you'll still have projects that have due dates. So it's not at your own pace. So when you take an online class too, you want to log in on that first day and engage with the course content. Oftentimes there will be an assignment, a syllabus assignment due within the first couple days of an online class. And if you don't do that assignment, a student may drop you or withdraw you from the course, assuming that you're not really wanting to take it. So again, if you're taking online classes, log in the first day and engage with the course and any assignments that you have due immediately. Again, we always encourage you to meet with a business advisor in your FOI to follow up with questions. Appointments can be found at this link below. And that's good on scheduling.